Where are you? Play? You're not allowed to play inside. You come with me immediately.
Hello, I want to talk about being raised as a Jehovah's Witness and social aspects of being a Jehovah's Witness. That's what I want to talk about. Today, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I really want to make more videos so I can help more Jehovah's Witnesses. When I was a child, I was raised in a very strict household, of course. I've been talking about this before. My mom was a helicopter mom and my dad wasn't really present. My mom was very strict. I had to be in her sight. Otherwise, she was screaming all over the place. Like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? It was not always that fun to go outside. I was playing with friends, of course, so I was allowed to go outside and I was playing with friends. We were living in a street and it was like a round street around, like a play yard or something. Like, how do you say that? Where you could play. Like, there were all kinds of things where you could play as a child, and it was very, very interesting. A lot of children there as well. But I had to stay there so my mom could see us, me and my brother, especially younger brother. I was allowed to play with children, but I was not allowed to go inside their home, and I didn't really know that I was not allowed to, but my mom picked us up and I was not allowed to go inside their house. And I remember a very interesting story about going to someone's house, and one of my friends, she was a Hindu and Indian, and she was a Hindu and her family was Hindu. And I saw all these gods on their wall and stuff, like Ganesha and I don't know, like Shiva and Shakti and all those types of things. And I was mesmerized by it. I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. So being withheld from the people and life as it is, it makes you feel very magical when you enter something you don't know yet. So like in real life, it's an interesting place to be in. It's really funny how you approach it. And so, but the innocence of a child is coming up and you feel that. And all of a sudden you're getting pulled out of the interesting things you're seeing, so you're not really allowed to explore things, and that is a painful experience because you really want to be free as a child. You want to explore, and so in a sense you are allowed to explore, but also not. So it's a sad thing, you know. I was a curious child, but I was also like listening very well, but not always, because you want to explore the world, you want to explore life, and like you see bugs and you see trees, and you want to discover somewhere where other children are allowed to go, but you are not allowed to go there, and that's a sad thing. I think that is a very painful thing. Next thing is, when you're being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, you are not allowed to celebrate birthdays, you're not allowed to celebrate Christmas, and all those types of things, which I think is also a type of way to not socially connect to other people, or like distance yourself from other people and from the world. That is a thing that your parents decided and you have to say yes to it. It's like there's nothing else you can do, you know? And I think that is, you don't know any better. You don't know any better. I was talking about this as well in my recent video. Your favorite celebrity is a Jehovah's Witness. Check it out because it's interesting. You see that Michael Jackson was feeling bad about celebrating Christmas because you don't know any better. When you're raised as a Jehovah's Witness, you just don't know any better than what it is there, you're just going with the flow, because what are you gonna do? You're not going against your parents as a child, so what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. The kids were like in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's somewhere else as well in other countries, but in the Netherlands you give other children something like sweet or presents or something like that when it's your birthday. You are the one that is giving something delicious, like a bag of chips for everyone, or like something else, maybe some meat, and like these you had these shashlik type of things. I don't know how you call it in English, but there was like meat and cheese on it. Of course, it's the Netherlands cheese, and like onion and all those types of like pickles. People love pickles, so there was pickles on it as well, like small pickles. But I remember that I was not allowed to. I was allowed to eat them, yes, and I was allowed to bring food like that just randomly. I was allowed to do that somewhere in the year, but not around my birthday. So with Christmas, you were not making anything, or like in the Netherlands, you have Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas, it looks a lot like Santa Claus, but you have like Sinterklaas and you have Black Pete. That is a very different story, but I'm not going to talk about that. But you are not allowed to make those things, or I was not allowed to make Black Pete, for instance, which is, I'm kind of happy about it. But I was not allowed to make them, but I was allowed to make something else. Because you have this Christmas crafting, you have a crafting class during Christmas in the Netherlands, and then you make those types of things. And I was making just like a puppet, you know, I was making a puppet. So yeah, it was different than other children. And so you always feel different from everybody else socially. It is very different. You do different things. You're not allowed to do things like everybody does. So later on, you start thinking about it when you're out of it, when you've withdrawn yourself from the experience, from the community. You see what it actually did to you and what it does, but it didn't really affect me. But now I'm like, okay, now I understand why I'm feeling so different, you know? Jehovah's Witnesses don't like honoring themselves. You cannot even make a wish for yourself, like something you wish, something you want. Because it's like, oh, that's another video that I made actually about magic. You can check that out as well. Yeah, it's about Jehovah's Witnesses and magic and how they see magic and that they actually believe in it. So check it out. Also leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I'm very happy with the engagement that I already got. Thank you very much for that. Let's go on. Jehovah's Witnesses don't like to wish anything upon themselves or like wish anything upon themselves. I mean, not like wishing or not honoring yourself like that. And you really feel that, I think, because you're also not allowed to really it's not encouraged to have a high education of some sort. So really, really live for God. It's not encouraged. Some people do have it actually, but they want you to grow within the community, like higher up. So you become an elder, for instance, but not necessarily as someone with a higher education outside of it. I'm just imagining like anyone having a degree on, yeah, of course, like theology, for instance. That wouldn't be a thing. They wouldn't do that. So, but my parents weren't that strict. When I look at some stories, I want to make a video about that sometime, like actual crazy ex-Jehovah's Witness stories, or people that are Jehovah's Witness or were Jehovah's Witness and what they have been experiencing. I want to make a video about that as well. You're feeling very lonely. As a child, I felt very lonely. I felt isolated. Also later on, I couldn't wait to move out, you know? I couldn't wait to move out with my boyfriend. I could not wait to move out with my boyfriend. I started living together immediately. But then you feel that you also then socially with friends, I'm going to talk about that, like socially with friends, I felt like I was seeing things in a different way. I was not prude. I was actually pretty wild, but I was feeling like I was well behaved. I was well behaved because I was told to do that. And so I was, you know, I was already a pretty sensitive child and very creative, artistic, sensitive child, which was a good thing, you know, no problem. But yeah, I was well behaved, and I was very naive as well in the world, because I was like, okay, now I can go out there, and I'm going to do whatever the hell, you know, whatever the heck, I'm gonna do that. And this is not always good. Like looking back, it's not always good, because you are going inside all kinds of strange experiences and things, and with people. I have been told certain things that looking back now weren't that good. Guys think they can need like they can need your life, you know, they can need you into, and they can build you into something that they want to see. And that is a scary reality, especially older guys. It's a scary thing. People see you as some kind of angel, well-behaved girl, and so they can do bad things, and that's not good. And it's also with friends as well. You need to be very careful with who you're letting in, and that's also something that I did not get the education on. I did not get the education on then what is good behavior, what are good people in the world and who aren't, because I made that choice. But you never learn that. And so it's only about the community, and I've already been told that that was not okay, that people were not trustworthy. And now I didn't know what to do. I had no idea. I had no life skills. So what are you going to do? Like I was easily, I had fear of going outside. At some point I felt fear of going outside. That's very difficult. Sometimes I just I couldn't be alone, or I felt fear going outside by myself, whatever. And in relationships, it's very hard to understand someone that is an ex-Jehovah's Witness unless you have healed yourself. But I was very young. I was dating young. I wanted to date because I wanted to be, I just wanted to be out there. I want to go outside. I want to do stuff. I want to discover life. In a relationship, I think it's hard. And also, I saw that with my parents. So that was my example. Yeah. Yeah, I think like for us, and I don't know if that's really a Jehovah's Witness thing, is for us, we didn't really travel to other countries. I've never traveled. When I was an adult, I traveled for the first time to other countries like Belgium. Very quickly, I was in Japan as well. I was a major Japan fan when I was younger, in my teens. I was drawing manga and stuff, and I was obsessed. So I decided to go to Japan back then, and so on. I started to enjoy traveling. Yeah, that's a good thing about this as well, like traveling now and the social aspect. But I was going out. We were going out for a day or something. We had one vacation to an amusement park somewhere, but then we were with all of us, the whole family, like the whole family. But usually it was just one day, and I don't really know if it's a financial aspect, maybe, or because we were also like, you have this very big, like it's not a kingdom hall. I don't even know how you say that. Like in Dutch, you say like it's a congress. It's a very big experience, like a Jehovah's Witness experience, where you all go. And so it's a huge gathering with people all over, I think even all over the world. So many types of people are coming there, which I really enjoy. I really enjoyed that as a child, but it was so boring. It was just some old guy, and then every once in a while it was like shifting to someone else. It was, they talk about like the Bible, the current watchtower and awake and stuff. They talk about that and topics that are in the world at the moment. They held that in the Netherlands somewhere else, so we were going there as a family, and I kind of like that. But I was bored for the information because I couldn't care less, really. I couldn't care less. I was so bored going there. But then I had like coloring book or something to draw, or like I wanted to walk around there as well. I like that. I think that was a huge social gathering. Huge. So big. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna edit it in what the name is actually of this celebration or congress. Maybe it's called a congress. I'm not sure right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, I enjoyed being there as a child because it was social. It was a big gathering. Was a big thing. Usually we weren't going there anything that big. But there, yeah, we were going there. So I think that was the whole story right now. Very happy that I could do a little story time. Thank you very much for watching this. Please help to support me by liking, subscribing, sharing with other ex-Jehovah's Witnesses so I can help them navigate through their life, because it's been a hard time. I know that. I know I have been there, and I really want to reach out to you. I hope you wouldn't feel as alone as you have been feeling, and that you can enjoy listening to me a little bit. So thank you very much for watching, and peace.